Topic Envy. If on the way envy grabs you by the throat, know it is Shaitan, who goes to any lengths. In his envy he despised Adam, and out of envy is at war with happiness. On the way there is nothing harder than giving up envy as your companion. The body, you must know, can become a house of envy, completely besotted with envy, yet God can cleanse it. The purified heart is a treasure of light, even though it has an earthly talisman. But when you become so entangled that you envy someone who has no envy himself, your heart is stained black. Become like dust under the feet of God's friends. Throw dust on the head of envy, even as we do. Matnavi. Topic: The faithfulness of soil. How many a generation's rain has poured, so that the sea could scatter pearls. How many a sun of blessing has shone, so that clouds and seas might learn generosity. The sunbeams of wisdom struck the soil, so that earth might receive seed. The soil is faithful to its trust. Whatever you sow, you reap. The soil's faithfulness comes from that faithful one, since the sun of justice shines on it. Until springtime brings the touch of God, the earth doesn't reveal her secrets. Topic: My heart smile. I am blissfully unaware. Only the God of truth knows what will make my heart smile. That said, by the grace of the dawn breeze, petals are scattered from the heart's bow. Topic: Conscience, humility, and helplessness. When you fall ill, remorse and humility open. The moment one falls ill, conscience awakens. When you fall ill, you pray God to forgive your sins. The murkiness of your error becomes apparent to you, and you resolve to return to the way. You promise and vow that from now on you will choose nothing but obedience to God. See how illness stirs your conscience and wakes you up. So pay attention to this principle, O seeker. Anyone who suffers pain has caught the scent. The more wakeful anyone is, the more he suffers. The more spiritually aware he is, the paler is his face. If you are aware of God's compelling, where is your humility? Where is your feeling of being bound by his omnipotence? How should one who is bound in chains dance? Since when does the prisoner act like one who is free? And if you see that your foot is shackled, and that the Sultan's officers are keeping watch over you, don't act like a tyrant toward those who are helpless, since that's now not how helpless people act. Topic: In the fire. O my heart, whenever like dust you let yourself be scattered, you abandon my poor soul to its longing. But now you are in the fire, and I will leave you there. Here's your last chance to become a master. Topic: Petitioning the king. A king said to a dervish, in the moment when you enter the glorious intimacy of God's court, mention me. When I am in that presence, said the dervish, and the light of that sun of beauty shines on me, I am unable to remember myself. How shall I remember you? Yet, even so, when God has chosen one of his servants and caused him to be completely absorbed in himself, if anyone should grab hold of that person's robe, asking him to make a request of God, God will grant that request without the mystic even mentioning his need to him. The story is told of a king who had a subject he held in high regard. When that person would set out for the king's palace, everyone who had a request to make would give him a letter describing their situation to present to the king, and he would put them all in a small bag. When he entered the king's presence, and the king's radiant beauty completely overwhelmed him, he would fall unconscious at the king's feet. The king would then lovingly put his hand into the man's small bag, saying, "What has this amazed servant of mine who is so absorbed in my beauty?" He would take out the letters and write his approval on their backs and then return them to the bag. And so, without even being presented by his servant, all the requests were granted. Not a single one was ever declined. On the contrary, the petitioners received much more than they asked for. However, when other servants who remained conscious brought petitions of those in need before the king, only now and then was one out of 100 of those ever granted.